Hello, hello, and Happy New Year whenever you're watching this. This was actually taken just before Christmas at my mum's. So if you're watching this, hello mama. And if you're not my mum, hello as well. Come into Supta Bandhasana and bring your hands onto the chest and stomach. And we'll just spend a little bit of time here breathing gentle breaths in and out and just giving ourselves that time to become aware of the breath, which we most likely haven't been, even if it's just the morning, because we aren't unless we make that conscious decision. Now stretch the arms up over the head and drop your knees from side to side. So I'm holding on to my to the opposite upper arm, but you can stretch the arms up as well. I probably had something in the way there. And then you want to try and come to the left side and stay, and maybe even bring your left foot on top of the right knee to press that knee down a little bit more. And just see how that feels on the right side. And because we're aware of the breath, we might notice how that stretch is affected by the breath, and how you can feel that stretch into the right side more when you're inhaling. And yeah, just stay there for a little while. And then slowly come up and over to the other side where we're holding as well. And of course, that right foot on the left knee is optional if that feels like it's too deep. If you just don't need that, then that's fine. Turn the head the other way as well. Just in general, make this your posture. Be comfortable. And slowly release. And bring the knees in towards us. I've got my arms underneath the knees because I like that. But of course, you can bring them around the legs. And then gently move into your toes and into your ankles if your feet are apart. And that's easier. They can do their own thing. And arms and legs up, move into the wrists and fingers as well. Right knee over the left. We'll come into a twist. So you can push your hips over to the right side first and then drop the knees to the left. And your head turns to the right side so that you're adding a little imaginary counterweight. You keep that right shoulder heavy. It becomes a bit easier when the head turns that way. Here too, we want to feel the breath in the right side, and of course in the front and in our back. And we might deepen if we want by pulling that right knee further in towards the left shoulder and straightening the left leg. We'll go over to the other side. Again, do with the hips whatever you want to. They don't have to do this thing that I like doing. So just needs to work for you. And just a little reminder, but I know we know that, this side will feel different, so it can look different as well. And we deepen as we did before, if that feels good. And come onto the front of the body, so you're going to face away from me, and on your forearms start moving into the neck. Gentle half rounds, maybe full circles, maybe ears to the shoulders. And then your right knee comes to the front, and just allow yourself to go a little bit further down, because with that right knee coming forwards, that's obviously we're already deepening that posture, and it might just be a little bit much for the lower back, especially to begin with. So really take it easy. Chest could even be on the ground, and that goes for the left side as well, especially because the second side, of course, we've already worked into that lower part of the back. So potentially you could just have your chest on the ground here as well. And then we come back to where we came from, onto our back, and we hug the knees in towards us again. We might raise the head to stretch a little bit more deeply, release more effectively into the lower back, and then into Balasana or Happy Baby, holding onto the feet if that's comfortable if that stays comfortable for the shoulders, so we don't want to strain them at all. And that may mean that you could bring your hands a bit further down. That rocking is optional too. Might feel nice. Release right knee over the left, not a twist, but going into that internal rotation here, we might hold on to the feet and raise them into the same straight line and then pull them in. But it's okay to just keep the hands at the knees as well. So knees on top of each other. This is that opposite of what we would do in a hip opener. In many ways should feel nice after happy baby. Other side. Sorry I didn't say. I'm rubbish at these, aren't I? I'm gonna go back to Mike. And relax, legs up and over to the back. Again, this is one way of stretching nicely into the into your back. But you can take it really easy, and this is another option here. It might feel nice, it might be far too early for that. So just any way you like. And then rock up to seated, and from here, step or jump into a plank. I'm gonna go forwards and back a little bit, into the ankles. Feel that in your calves and your hamstrings. And then shifting your weight from side to side a bit, and hold. Because I like my hold. You want to make sure that you don't drop the chest down, so you keep that space between the shoulder blades. And then knees to the ground, hands under the shoulders. They might be a bit further forwards. And we start arching and rounding in Matsyasana. Remember, every inhale lets you arch, every exhale lets you round. I'm saying that as a very opportune moment. As you're arching, of course, you're not holding your breath for that long. And same here, as we're holding that rounded position, keep breathing normally. And then breathe in and raise your right arm. My hand look big in this. It's looking massive. Now reach for your right foot. You might slide that left foot out as I did. Makes it easier, of course. And you press that right heel to your right butt cheek. And you may drop the head towards the back. Could be that that's a little bit too much for you. And then raise that leg up. No longer stretching into the quad, but focusing more on the hip and that lower back. And then take your right arm over to the left side, so taking yourself down, knees on the ground. Left arm can go up and over to the back, but doesn't have to. And everybody is different, and everybody's different every day as well. So if you've had a little break, if you're watching that just post-Christmas and New Year's and you haven't done anything for a while, things may all feel a little bit different. Here's another option, which may or may not feel like something you want to do. I had a flower in the way there. And we go over to the other side, left arm up, nice and high. And reach for your left foot. Push the heel to your buttocks. In this case, your left butt cheek. And drop the head towards the back if you feel you can, without losing your balance. And then up. And again, we check where we're looking. We could look down. We don't have to. You can find your own variations here. Heel is high, the foot is high, no longer close to the buttocks. And down and over to the right side with that left arm. The right arm can go up, can drop behind you. Again, this is my range of motion. Of course, not everyone can let that hand come to the ground here, and that's not the aim. The aim is a nice stretch, whatever that means for you. Maybe you want to rest that hand at your back. Maybe you want to go for raising the right leg or binding, Just different options here. And slowly release. Round your back, move the hips from side to side if you feel you need to. And then start rolling into your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, knees off the ground. This is optional. If that feels like too much, then go back to with knees on the ground. And if you want to do more, you can roll your shoulders in a plank as well. Now open up into a side plank. If your left knee is on the ground, why not keep it there? Right arm can go up and over. And we change sides. Back down, and we drop the knees. We drop our chest and chin, coming into Ashtanga Namaskara, raising the shoulders off the ground and pressing the elbows towards each other. 8 parts of the ground on the ground. Now arch your back in a Cobra. And I may have recorded a class before, so if you're not warm, obviously you take this as deeply or as gently as you want, coming into Bandhasana, walking it out as much as you want, as long as you want, and then pressing the shoulders to the back as well. So we want to get nice and long from the wrists to the hips, coming forwards into a plank, and from here dropping the knees to the ground. We're going to inhale, raise the right leg, and exhale, bring the knee to the dropped head in Vyagrasana or the tiger. Hold at the top and maybe reach for your right foot with the left hand, looking up to the ceiling or to the left side. Haha, I knew that was coming. Ridiculously proud that I remembered that. And then we release and move a little bit in a way that's comfortable. Check on the neck. Let's go for the other side. Left leg up and down, foot to the head, knee to the head. I should say toes towards the head and knee towards the forehead. Connection is more likely to happen with the knee and forehead, obviously. And next time you go up, whenever that is for you, stay there. And you may or may not decide for that bind. So right hand, left foot, looking up and then to the side, to the right side. And release. Shake it off, move around. And then back into Bandhasana, mountain pose. Slowly drop the knees and then open up into a side plank, sending that right foot behind you, opening up into a little Matsyasana, and back into a mountain or downward dog. Knees drop and we open up the other way, coming into a full side plank if we want. And from here, stepping that left foot behind us into Wild Thing or Matsyasana. Head back down into a plank, drop your knees, chest and chin, and you might keep a little bit of space between the chest and the ground as you arch and push up. Good. From here we jump to the front and inhale into a halfway lift. We inhale and come all the way up to standing, and we exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, right foot to the back. And sink the hips down, keep that knee off the ground if you can as you raise the arms. And breathe. Step into a plank on an exhale, drop into chaturanga, hold your breath if you can, and then inhale into upward dog. And push yourself up as you exhale. From here, breathe in, raise the right leg. Breathe out, flexing the foot, drop your heel. Maybe raising the hand to the foot to press that heel closer to the buttocks. And then step to the front. Inhale, Ashtanga. A nice high lunge. Exhale, open up to the right side. Breathe in, maybe dropping that right arm, sending the left arm over to the back. And we step to the front. Inhale, come up. I could see the flowers move. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Pour flowers. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, left foot to the back. And exhaling, sinking down. Inhaling, raising the arms. Staying for a moment longer. And then stepping into a plank. Hold your breath, Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale, upward dog, legs off the ground. Exhale, hips up, Pardadasana. Inhale, left leg up. So remember, these are options. We can flex the foot and drop the heel. If that feels like too much, don't. If you want to bind, do. But keep your neck relaxed. Sometimes it's easier to do when you look forwards, but we don't want to do that. We want to step into Ashtanga from here and open up to the left. Good. Step to the front from here. And inhale, come into Hastattanasana. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, right foot to the back. Exhale, sink down. This time the knee goes to the ground, Anjaneyasana. Breathe, hands down, step into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale, hips up. Breathe in, right leg goes up. Breathe out, step the foot to the front, left heel to the ground, coming into warrior one. That's strong, angry Virabhadra. Step to the front, forward fold, and inhale, come up to standing. Hands to the heart center as you exhale. Breathe in, raise the arms. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, right foot to the back. Sorry, did I say right? Yes, I did. I meant the left, and I'm sure you did that. Anyway, I'm not going to police myself here. We're coming into Anjaneyasana. And then stepping into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog or mountain. Breathe in, left leg up. Breathe out, step to the front. Ground your right heel first, then come up into Virabhadrasana. And slowly release into Uttanasana. Hastattanasana from here. And Anjali Mudra. Breathe in, raise your arms. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, right foot to the back. Exhale, left foot to the back. Hold your breath, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, push up. Inhale, right leg up and to the front. Exhale, left foot to the front. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, left side. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, left foot to the back. Exhale, right foot to the back. Hold as you drop. Arch as you inhale. Push up on your exhale. And breathe in, left leg up and to the front. Breathe out, step to the front and inhale. All the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart center. One more round. Breathe in. Fold forwards as you exhale. Inhale, right foot to the back. Exhale, left foot to the back. Hold. Inhale. Push up. Inhale, right leg up and to the front. Exhale, left foot. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot on the inhale. Exhale, plank. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left foot to the front. Exhale, right foot to the front. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Stay, breathe. Just a little break to make us stay aware of the breath as we start again. And we'll go on by raising the arms on an inhale, exhaling, falling forwards, and then into a halfway lift as we inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, push up. Jump to the front on your next exhale and breathe in, come to standing. Breathe out, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Just to show another option, you could just stay in a plank, inhaling upward dog. From there, exhaling downward dog. And jumping to the front. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out. Fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Inhale, arch. Exhale, push up. And then inhale, raise your right leg. And exhale, flex the foot, drop the heel. We'll slowly raise our right arm and then step that right foot behind us. If you're a bit wobbly with that, of course, we can leave out the raising of the arm. And then we go slightly deeper. We might have both hands firmly on the ground here, fingertips towards the feet. And slowly flip over, step your right foot to the front, step the left foot to the front and come up. Hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Halfway lift on an inhale. Chaturanga or plank on an exhale. Inhale and arch. Exhale, push up. Left leg goes up as you inhale. Flex the foot, drop the heel. Take your time here. If you're wobbly again, you don't need to hold. You can just drop that foot to the ground earlier. And release, maybe bringing both feet to the ground. I've got a few more options coming up for these arches, so you don't need to go too deep on your first one. Flipping over again, and this time stepping the left foot to the front, right foot to the front. Inhale, Hastuttanasana. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, Utkatasana. Everyone likes a good chair. Yes, we do. You say yes. And then bring the hands to the heart center, open up to the right side. So we want to try and make sure that that left knee doesn't come too far forwards. And then breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, hands to the heart center, and we open up to the left side. Knees together as much as we can manage. Right elbow, obviously, wherever you can get it to. Inhale, back into your chair. And exhale, jump to the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, push up. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, step to the front. Inhale, Ashtanga. Slightly longer hold, a couple more breaths here. Inhale, warrior two. And we're staying for longer than just that one inhale. Now inhale into reverse warrior. Looking to that hand at the top. And exhale, Paschimottanasana, one of my favorites. And we might bind. I know a few of my students, I know a few of you who are watching love this in particular. We open up into Trikonasana. Obviously lots of different options for this. We could hold on to the leg as well. We could bind here too. That gets a little bit deeper, of course. And then we step to the front and raise the right leg along with us into Bird of Paradise. What am I saying? Svargdvijasana. And of course, other options are absolutely fine here. You choose what feels best for you. Come from here into Natarajasana, Lord of the Dance. Looking into the palm of the hand if that doesn't mess with your balance too much. And then into a chair. Sinking down a little bit lower, making sure we're flattening the back, not arching, and then jump back down into a plank or low plank, arching on an inhale, pushing up on an exhale, and left side, left leg up, and step to the front. Ashtanga first. Again, we're holding for longer than just that one inhale. Stay and breathe. And exhale into warrior two. You can always adjust how far the feet are from each other. If you want to sink deeper than I am, for example. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Remembering we want to not change the breath. And exhale, extended side angle. Binding if you like. Lots of people's favorite option. It does feel good, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And into Trikonasana, of course, you could keep that bind if you were able to and it felt good. But you don't have to. Shoulders stay on top of each other, neck relaxed, looking up if you can, and then from here, step your right foot to the front. Bind is optional. We can come into another plant, the tree pose, if we want. And slowly and smoothly from here into Natarajasana. Another option that I didn't show on the other side is holding onto the foot with both hands. One can use a prop here as well, of course. And back into your chair, sinking down, checking the posture's fine, not shifting the weight forwards, and then into a forward fold from here, feet apart. Let yourself drop and hang and rock from side to side. And then from here into Malasana. Heels stay on the ground if they can. Arms high, head high. It helps with the whole posture here. And dropping the left hand, raising the right arm. Going for a bind if you want. So with that bind, we're holding onto the right wrist if we can. Going higher and higher, but it's optional. Other side. You can stay here if you want. No need to bind. But if you do bind, take that right leg with you. It's part of that bind. Hips stay low, don't change much. Don't move to the side, to one side more than the other. And this one, everyone's favorite. We come up, push the hips forwards, and heels up. And jump into a plank or low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, Padmasana. Jumping to the front. And straight into our chair. Utkatasana, which actually means fierce. Utkata is fierce. Hands to the heart center. Open up to the left side this time. Look up to the ceiling. And then see if you may need to look down. We want to slide that right foot to the back. Take your time there, raise it if you can, if you want to, and then step to the back. Option to bind. Again, it's an option, it's not for everyone. The left hand can just go up, the right hand can stay on the ground to the right here. And then step forwards. Again, bind is optional. You can also just step forwards and then take that left leg with you. But if you have a bind, why not try to keep it and change your gaze a little bit. Change what that left leg is doing. So we might be wobbly here. Raise the arms, drop down, inhale back into your chair, and as you may have guessed, we open up to the other side now. And then just get comfortable here, look down to the ground maybe. So another option is to bind here between your legs already. So that is an option. Might feel nice, might be too deep, but don't obviously do that now, stepping that left foot to the back. I don't know why I said obvious. Would that work if we kept... It's hard to think about that now as I'm not doing it. No, I don't think you could bind and keep binding, because then that bind is different, doesn't include the left leg. Anyway, step forwards, raise that right leg along with your torso. Look to the back if you can, but you may just have to look to the front as you straighten that right leg a little bit more. And then inhale, come to stand in Hastuttanasana. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale into Bhagasana, so just going deeper, lower, keeping the heels on the ground. And exhale from here into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, push back up into mountain or downward dog. Right leg goes up and we step to the front. Left heel to the ground, up into warrior one, and then into the arms in Gomukh position, the cow's mouth. Right arm up or the right elbow high, and we bind the hands behind us. Staying for a little bit longer, you can try to close the eyes here if you want. And slowly interlock the hands behind you and drop down, getting long and then lowering yourself. Left hand down, right arm up, straighten the right leg all the way if you want, if it's possible, in Parivrit Trikonasana. And then hold on to your left foot with the right hand. Another variation of Natarajasana, come up. And release, Hastadhanasana. Breathe in into an arch, breathe out, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold forwards. Breathe in, Bhagasana. Again, trying to keep your heels on the ground here. And then as you exhale next, jump into a plank or low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, mountain triangle. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, step to the front, set up for your first warrior. Right heel to the ground. And then add these Gomukh, cow's mouth, cow's face arms, with the left elbow being high now. And again, the bind is optional, not for everyone. You could hold on to your top if you're wearing one. You could bring your right hand to the left elbow as well. And then release, interlock the hands behind you and come forwards and down. Trying to keep the hips aligned here, so we're gently giving that right hip a push forwards as we did in Warrior One as well. Right hand down, left arm up, revolve triangle. Not trying to force that left leg into a straight position if there's just no way that you can get comfortable here. So we're holding for long enough to make sure that we're not making any mistakes. Then grab hold of that right foot with the left hand and come up, looking into the palm of the hand if your balance allows. And release. Breathe into an arch. Breathe out into Anjali Mudra. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale. Little chair, deep chair or Bhagasana. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, arch, and exhale, push up. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step to the front. Heel off the ground this time into Ashtanga. We've been here before. This time we come into the third warrior from here, back into Ashtanga. And back into our warrior three. Again, we can choose to do different things here. Arms could change position, but don't have to. Next one we'll hold for longer to open up optionally into a half moon Ardha Chandrasana. The most beautiful of gods who stole other gods' wives. Not very nice of him. We come to standing and bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, raise your arms. And exhale, fold forwards. Breathe in, drop your hips, raise the chest. Go high, go low, you decide. And breathe out, jump to the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, push up. Inhale, raise your left leg. And exhale, step to the front. Inhale, Ashtanga, galloping horse, a moving horse. And on your next exhale, warrior 3. Hands at the heart center tends to be a little bit easier for our balance. And then for the next one, this is all just options. The arms could go to the back. And your rhythm is up to you as well. So don't let me rush you. Don't look too closely. You do you. And if you want to open up into your half moon from here, then you can. I feel my hair is in the way. And stay in your warrior 3 if you prefer. And from here, wherever here is, come to standing. Hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, back into your chair, or a deeper chair, or Vyagrasana. Exhale, roll to the back and into, we've been here before, this could now be a deeper version, and it's probably easily going to be a deeper version of what we did at the beginning. That doesn't mean we have to take it all the way into Karnapirasana. You can stay in Halasana, and if the feet don't touch the ground, that's not a problem. You could interlock the hands behind you, but you can obviously use them for support at your back if that's needed, or just feels better for you. A nice thing for those who are of a Vata constitution, who might just find that this is uncomfortable in the neck, one thing to do is roll up a towel or a blanket or something, bring it underneath your shoulders. Takes away from that pressure of the neck. And if you feel you can deepen into that ear pressing pose, then great. But now we slowly come into Sarvangasana, Sarvang, entire, all limbs. Play around with where the arms could be. Of course, unsupported shoulders down, not necessary. It's just what are you able to hold while still being comfortable enough to keep the breath the way it is. Drop into Setu Sarvangasana, Setu, the bridge, which may mean straightening the legs. It could also mean letting go of the hands, interlocking them underneath you. Can't believe I'm not showing that option. Anyway. So the breath stays steady. I am showing quite late, but that's another option. Obviously, it's harder to keep the hips high that way. Release. And again, if you want to, come into Vyagrasana, that lovely, lovely arch. You could stay here with me. You could already find your way into Matsyasana, into that a lot of the fish pose. And this here is the full Setu Bandhasana. So Vyagrasana is when we're bringing the feet closer, ideally hands around the ankles, but that really is something that for most bodies is maybe not too advisable. Here, this would be Setu Bandhasana with the legs far away and long. And we come down, and you might want to hug the knees in for a moment before you go into Padmasana, into that lotus posture of the feet, of the legs, and then into your Matsyasana. And there's obviously lots and lots of different options. If you were in Matsyasana already, you can, if it gets too much for you, you can already come into Shavasana or hug the knees in towards you. And if you prefer stretching the legs out, that's fine. Hands can rest on the thighs rather than holding onto the feet. And hands or forearms could support you on the ground as well. So just making sure you are comfortable in this. This is a deep posture. It's not for everyone. So we need to check in on ourselves and make sure that we do the right thing by our body. Coming up and changing sides. Did I change sides? Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing here. Changing sides and coming forwards, dropping down, allowing yourself to round the back and just give yourself a little bit of relaxation here in the shoulders, getting heavy. letting the head drop and taking a little bit of time here to observe the breath. The reason we have these counter postures is to counter those possible negative effects. Why do I have a problem with the word possible right now? Anyway, never mind. Negative effects of what a posture could have, an asana could have. We release and straighten the legs to the front, flexing the feet. Inhale and raise the arms. Exhale, come forwards, going for distance and lengthen the spine first, but then allowing ourselves to round and relaxing here. So don't worry where the hands are. Mine happen to be in front of the feet, but it will all depend on what's comfortable on the shoulders that you don't want to strain here. Don't want to strain any part of the body really. Stretching into the back body, but not strain. Right arm on the outside of the left leg. We raise our left arm. If it's not the arm, it's the hand. So somehow opening up to the left side and then going over to the other side. Again, we might not all be that low. We might not have our legs completely straight. That's all fine. Release and roll onto the back. Hug the knees in towards you. You might just be still here. You might like to rock from side to side. Up to you. We're listening to the breath and staying aware of the breath as we come into a lovely gentle twist. That right knee going over to the left side, the head turning to the right. Just might feel very different now after the 40 minutes we've had. Change over to the other side. Keep it comfortable. Comfortable might mean deepening. It may not. To the back, hug the knees in, raise the head if you want, and then stretch out in Shavasana, the corpse pose. And if the eyes aren't closed yet, needless to say, they close. Slow down the movement of the eyes. Open up the palms to the ceiling. Just noticing how we're feeling in the body after this quite strenuous class, I would say. Had quite a pace to it. Not just being aware of the breath here, but the heartbeat as well. The warmth that you can feel in your body. Just giving yourself a little bit of time to slow down all these processes in the body that we were trying to raise. I'm sure that worked. And letting the breath come and go. Maybe just spending a little bit of time in that comforting feeling in the lower belly. Rise and fall. And let's start guiding our breaths in and out through the nose, slowing them down. Starting to move into fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, arms, legs. Just one of the many options would be dropping the knees from side to side. And then in your own time, come up to seated, gently dropping your ear to the side, chin to the collarbone, and then the chest, and then over to the other side. And thank you for joining me. Inhale and raise the arms, and exhale, bring the hands to your heart center.